Oh, would you look at that? We're up to episode 20 already. My name's Akonov, and welcome to Tales of Phantasia again. Previously, we just arrived in this forest, which we want to explore quite thoroughly because there's items all throughout. And lots of enemies to practice this move on. It's very effective here, to be honest. And as we learned yesterday, we don't have Archie with us for a while yet. She'll be back, don't worry, she'll be back. But in the meantime, we're going to have to make do without her. Which means Claws is going to be our main source of damage. Sort of. Anyway, I don't remember where everything is in this area. There's lizard men enemy. They're not exactly the easiest to fight. I'm going to have to take him off long range. And in fights like this, I'm going to have to change the formation a lot because I don't have what I had before that I could rely on. Of course, spells like Maxwell will rip enemies apart quite easily, but I also think lizard men inflict status ailments quite frequently, if I recall correctly. So we're going to have to be pretty careful. Fending techniques and such are our friends here. I'm gonna also throw out a holy bottle because I just realized we probably don't want to see too many encounters. Not when we're searching for things. How many holy bottles do we have anymore? I must have used a lot. I feel like yeah, I have used a fair number. Can't go that way. Trust me when I say there's actually a fair bit of this forest to explore. Water lilies, these can be quite a pain because they can just drain the life from a character. Okay, that was a miss. And I think they're draining the life from claws. There we go, we actually got Rising Phoenix to hit. Rather than go over the enemy. But there's another enemy that you can encounter here. Okay, so I think it might be the next area where there's a lot of treasure scattered throughout it. Quickly changing formation as usual. And hopefully we can deal with these enemies and get to our destination without too much trouble. We're gonna have trouble. Going for sword rain because it's our most practical move here. But Claws is happily using magic to rip enemies apart, which is good. And we get an unknown sword, some XP and some gold, so it's all sweet. And the combo counter is still doing its job, which doesn't do us much good, but it does something. Better than nothing. Right, I gotta find... I'm gonna put myself in the front of this formation. Maxwell shows up and Wait, what? Did that enemy have like next to no HP? Was that like a weakling enemy that I didn't realize was weak? Oh, anyway. That was simple and more money than XP, really. So not a bad place to try to get some money. Nothing there. I don't think there's actually anything in this area. These situations can be quite annoying. Especially if Chris uses Rising Phoenix like that. And this fight's over. We're pretty effective here, as you can tell. There's like Rising Phoenix and Ifrit being used properly deals a lot of damage to the enemy. Right, that's the way forward. Actually, I think that's the only way that we want to go. See that? Those 50s that I'm being hit with? That's my HP being drained by those water lilies. I'm only doing this because I want to get Rising Phoenix up. I shouldn't be this reckless, but I am. And of course, it helps that I have my holy thing, which is healing me. We just need to go up. It's. I'm gonna save here because I feel actually that I should. And we're gonna go on, do other stuff. Right, we want to... I wanted to go this way because this is... Actually, I may want to use them. Yep, I'm happy to do that. And in this side area we will find a couple of things. Such as how powerful Sword Rain is. And how distributed the damage we're going to do is... And how much TP Claws has now. Which turns out not to be much. Wow. And our Holy Bowl is still going, so I can't complain about that. And here's some Sage, which is good. And we just ran out of... He casts so bloody quick. Just on the Mystic Symbol and it's just like, oh yeah, I deal magic damage. Lots and lots of magic damage. But don't worry, I'll run out of TP in about 10 seconds. Now we need to go the other way. Because my memory did serve me right. And these guys are really vulnerable to Rising Phoenix. And Gnome does pretty much nothing against them, I think. Yeah, use your most powerful summon. That'll get the job done. Because Maxwell is technically his most powerful summon. Maybe not the best in every situation, but most powerful, that's for sure. And we've been in this for also 10 minutes and we've made so little progress. It's just easy to get lost in here. Looking for items because, this is the area with the items. That's not going to work too well. He's not even going to get rid of the enemy there. Thank you. Claws saves me at the end. And Rising Phoenix wins the day. And as usual, getting trapped between two enemies is the worst position to be in. Formation, formation, formation. No, I'm gonna take some orange gel and give two of them to him. That's just a tree. Lavender just on the beaten path. Lavender again. So we've got a few stat boosting items which we don't want to use as they are because Rune bottles. Well, that was impressive, and I think I just was concentrating a lot and wasn't talking well. That's bad of me, I shouldn't be doing that. Holy bottle, yay! We should actually throw another one of those up. It was 16 max hit? Am I really doing those good of combos? Huh. Holy bottles, yes, that's what we want to do. We don't want to get into too many fights. I mean, like, getting into fights is good and all, because we need experience and we want to grow stronger. But we don't want to get into fights every single second of every single day. Anyway, we're going to encounter just before the... just before the big fight. My golly gosh, that's bad. Oh, it's not a big fight. We're just going to a fight before the next area. And I was juggled. Right, and he uses the wrong moves again and again. And this guy's probably dead if Maxwell hits. Just rip him apart with a Rising Phoenix. Yeah, that's pretty satisfying. Now, I don't know how far we can get, because it's already been 13 minutes, and I feel like the next big thing... Chris, good job covering for Archie. Yep. Yeah, we're here on official business. Okay. Brambert, Lord of the Owls, okay. Nice to meet you too. We're doing introductions as usual. Can't we introduce ourselves? I feel like that's kind of ridiculous at this point. Yes it is. We need to fix it. Yes. Okay. some black stone, which is going to become fairly important to this game. Yeah, I don't actually know if we've healed up or not, but I'd like to, because it'll save us a lot of trouble. Anyway, we're now in the elf colony, so let's take a look around. Here's a weapon shop, but this weapon shop's not for us. Okay. Strictly for hunting. Not sure the axes and the flails agree with that, but okay. And here's the shop, where we can buy all sorts of these armor accessories, which we've seen them all before, but that's okay. We don't need any of them, and we can buy medicine. Oh, mornings really do me in. Can I actually afford a lot of Rune bottles? I'm actually going to grab Rune bottles, and we're going to make use of them. That may be a little bit wasteful, but it's actually probably very worthwhile in the end, because it's a lot of red stat boosting items, so that's just a lot. It's a lot better than what we would have gotten otherwise. And how many Rune bottles? That's 2 Rune bottles left. I'm gonna save them and figure out if there's anything I actually want to use them for. Because there's some very special things you can do with Rune bottles and some very mundane things. Oh. Okay. Right. Nonsense, it's magic. Okay. Okay. Yep. That's the Rune bottle techniquing. Which is great and all, because now we have some very powerful chemicals for us. What wonderful weather indeed, yes. Anything else of note? Really, there is this house here, which is, I think this is the storehouse. It's locked, yeah. Oh, the food store, but we can't, but there is no, there's lots of food, but there's no chef here. Sadly, okay. There's a pair of kids playing hide and seek. And they're bothered by the fact that I actually ended up exposing her. He left some sons back in Phantasia. Typical. And we're back at the inn. And this is the northern exit. Yes, what should we do now? Okay. Heimdall. As in the god who watches over the Bifrost, or however it's actually pronounced, or You know, the all-seeing one, really powerful guy, who's in some depictions insane, and in some depictions completely sane. Really wise, but bound by duty or something. I can't remember all the details. That may not be accurate, but he's a god, right? Okay. Okay. Yes, that's probably true. If you follow the directions of the animals in this forest that's just up ahead, as you can see, Trentwood, if you follow the directions of the animals, you'll get out safely, but we're going to save here. I know it's been a short one. I don't want to sleep, I want to actually save. It's been a short one, but what's coming up will probably take at least half an hour to get through. And hey, let's just look at him. Rambert NPC. He's an archer looking guy. Alf. Yeah, that's about all there is to it. Well, my name's been Akinov. Hope you had a good time, and good night, or something like that anyway. Next time we'll go through this forest. See you then.